The Legend of the Pied Piper. Now let me try to remember this as best that I can. So in 1284, a town called Hamlin was having a very, very big problem with rats. You know, these rats, they was all over the place. They was just contaminating everything, getting in everything. And these people, they couldn't function in their day-to-day lives because the rat problem in Hamlin had just got so extreme. So the people of Hamlin, what they did is they reached out to a guy with a reputation of ridding towns of things such as rats, called the Pied Piper. Now, the Pied Piper went into the town of Hamlin and he got rid of all the rats. He did exactly what they contracted him to do. But there's only one catch. The Pied Piper wasn't paid. The people decided not to pay him. And so after about a year of plotting and planning, the Pied Piper came into the town of Hamlin and he lured all the kids away from the town. I tell you this story because there's a deeper meaning, okay? Much deeper meaning. You know, R. Kelly calls himself the Pied Piper. Now, we ain't seeing R. Kelly on the news about luring away no rats. But boy, the Pied Piper sure has lured away a lot of children. I'm not gonna get deep in this video, guys. I'm saving the rest of my R. Kelly stuff. I'm saving it for Patreon, okay? Because you know when you put stuff like this on YouTube, it just either get taken down or, you know, it don't get the attention that it's supposed to. So I'm gonna put it on Patreon, okay? And I have to do that, okay? It's just YouTube has changed, the algorithm has changed so much that you really can't say what you need to say. So I understand that. I'm gonna touch the tip of the iceberg. I will touch the tip of the iceberg on this R. Kelly deal, this scandal. Because that's what this is. See, R. Kelly, he calls himself the Pied Piper. And that's not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a coincidence. It's no coincidence that he's calling himself the Pied Piper. Like, who does that? No, it's no coincidence. And, you know, this man, you know, people, and I got to disagree with Mr. Superboy. And, you know, I disagree with parts of what Willie D was saying. I understand that these guys, they're pointing out that black men in the media, you know, we don't get a fair shake in the media. And that's absolutely right, okay? But see, when you're talking about children, and we can say, well, you know, how about Hugh Hefner? How about him? How about Charlie Sheen? You know, how about, you know, all these other, you know, Hollywood pedophiles out there, okay? And those people, you know, they scum too. Anything but, see, my beef, my really big issue with R. Kelly is that he's a black man in a black community. And instead of using his platform to try to build up these communities, he's using his platform to exploit our young black teenage women. That's what he's doing. And I have an issue with that. See, we already know that the other races, we already know what they do. You know, we know what they do. We know what they're doing in their communities and in our community. But see, I think most of us as black people, we don't expect our own to help tear us down even further. We don't expect that. A lot of pedophiles of all races, yeah. But see, I'm not giving R. Kelly a pass. Don't matter. He's in my community. And see, this is, people, we should have dealt with R. Kelly 30 years ago. We should have. But see this, and I'm saying me too, this is what happens when you let a guy get off because of his talent. Look, you know, people say, well, you know, we don't know if that was R. Kelly in that videotape. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. They can't prove that was him? Who else was it? Wasn't his cousin, wasn't his brother. It was R. Kelly. R. Kelly was peeing on a teenage girl. That's just how it is. But people don't want, this dude been pissing on girls for years. That's not the first time that R. Kelly has done something like this. See, there's a lot of questions that I can answer for y'all. Like, for one, why does this guy call himself the Pied Piper? See, there's a deeper meaning. It's a much, much, much deeper meaning. Extremely, and it's a more evil meaning behind the word the Pied Piper. Why is this guy not aging like he's supposed to? Why? I mean, I know some people, they don't look their age. But this guy unusually don't look his age. And R. Kelly he ain't getting no Botox. He ain't getting no face. He ain't stretching his face out. R. Kelly not doing all that. But there's a reason. and I can't break down into this video. Because YouTube have changed, man. It's just a lot of stuff that you can't say on YouTube. You just can't. So I have to drop that on Patreon. And I will drop this video on Patreon. But I tell you what, and then have you guys ever wondered, whenever this guy get into a jam, I want y'all to think about this. It's always a woman that's getting him out of it. Always a woman. And if y'all ever even asked yourself, why does this man, still have a Christmas tree up? Now he says it's to honor his mom because that's the last time that, he spent time with her. Some much, much, much deeper meaning to this, y'all. And if I even told y'all what this man is reading in his spare time, then you'll begin to understand, why he's able to get out of the trouble that he's always getting into. And he's going to keep getting out of the trouble. But, inevitably, it's going to run out. See, R. Kelly getting tired. He getting tired of trying to cover everything up. R. Kelly getting tired. And you can kind of tell. See, that interview, it told you a lot. That interview he did with Gayle King told you a whole lot. R. Kelly getting tired. And these celebrities, they get tired. See, they get tired of serving who they've been serving. They get tired of that. And after a while, they begin to get a conscience, man, because they know it's a lot of energy to do his work. Oh, it's a lot of energy. And you got to be on point because, see, who he serves, well, he demands a sacrifice. And the end result, people can say what they want to say. People can, Coach, you're going into conspiracy theories. I'm not going into this. This is not a theory. It's a fact. It's a fact. Y'all want to know why he keep getting out of jail? Y'all really want to know why this brother keep getting out of jail? But he's no brother of mine. Nah, Mr. Superboy and Willie D, I can't, y'all understand Willie D, you mad about the memes and people, I understand. But see, you know what? My thing is, how was Michael Vick? He fought dogs. And I know people, they love their dogs, but you know what? The man fought dogs. He's not exploiting people. He wasn't, raping our young black teenage women. He wasn't doing that. Michael Vick did hard time for fighting dogs. I mean, he did time. Did time for that. R. Kelly's on videotape. Okay? He's on videotape. Doing exactly what he did to that girl. The allegations with him and Aaliyah. Oh, and Jay-Z. Jay-Z not innocent either, okay? Because Aaliyah used to be a pass-around girl. A lot of them dudes was with Aaliyah. It wasn't just R. Kelly. If you really want to know, it's more than just R. Kelly with Aaliyah. They used to pass her around. But a lot of people didn't know that. But, I look at what Michael Vick went through. Yeah, he fought some dogs. That's not the most worst thing that you can do on earth. R. Kelly is visibly seen doing what he did. This man beat the case. This man beat the case. I'm sorry. This man got up here on national TV and lied in the Gayle King interview. Oh, he was lying. Every time this man was asked a question, he ain't even answer the question really. He deflected the question with something. And usually, when people start going off in a tirade like that, standing up and all look, man. Look, the guilt is killing R. Kelly. And I understand, well, how would you feel? You felt your whole life was falling around you and all this and all that. Well, there's a reason why these people are coming forward. Everybody ain't lying. Somebody out of those 20, 30 people that's coming forward, somebody is telling the truth. Everybody ain't lying. Do I believe some of the women are lying on him? Yeah, I do. Everybody not. You can kind of tell, man. See, if you understand any kind of psychology, you can actually understand people, man, when they lying or they being truthful most of the time. And I think some of those people who was telling a story, I think a lot of them was being truthful. Now, we don't let the parents off the hook for this. No, we don't do this. Guys, y'all act like people haven't been selling their kids for fame. Look, man, this ain't nothing new. R. Kelly and them two girls, they told the honest to God truth. That's the one thing he was truthful about. And you can tell R. Kelly was telling the truth. They gave the man his daughters. People have been doing this, man, for over a century. They've been doing this for over a century to get fame. To get fame for their children. Guys, this is nothing new. It's just, see, you got the Savages, you got them. You know what? they're being heard, like they're being seen. It's exposed. But there are people behind the scene. I'm talking about people, adults right now, who actually selling their kids off for fame and that their kids can get famous. It's people doing this now, today. We don't know about them. Okay, we don't know about them, but they dare. R. Kelly is just the person you see on the outside. The Savages, these are the people that you see. They try to act like they're trying to get their daughter back. That girl ain't even want to talk to her daddy. Why is that? Why? And it's not because he's trying to keep her from R. Kelly. She's a grown woman. She's a grown woman. Why don't this woman want to talk to her daddy? I mean, has anybody thought about why? She'll talk to her mama. She'll talk to her siblings, but she won't talk to her daddy. It's a lot of stuff to go into, y'all. And that's oh gosh, that's a whole conversation in itself. A whole conversation. And it's much, much deeper, guys, than what I'm actually telling y'all. Oh, it's much deeper. You got some things involved. You got a few rituals involved. See, you got things involved behind the scenes. Guys, this ain't nothing new. People for years have been selling their kids and giving their kids up to these producers to get on these couches, to these singers. R. Kelly not the only pedophile who make music. He not the one. He not the only one. There's multiple ones. They all out there. It's just they've just done a better job of keeping a secret. But they all gonna be exposed, and they'll all be found out. Every last one of them, they're gonna get exposed, y'all. Okay? This is just the start. It's just the start. R. Kelly's growing tired. You can kind of tell he's growing tired. He's growing tired. When you don't have a soul, and now you want to have a try to have a conscience, it don't work that way. It don't work that way because the entity that he serves, it's not going for that. R. Kelly is in a fight. Yeah, he's right. He is in a fight, but not the fight you talking about. R. Kelly's in a fight. Well, I have to leave the rest of that on Patreon, guys. I can't get into it. But I tell you this, though. Start really thinking, man. Start thinking. There's another meaning. I can do a breakdown on all of these guys that's been accused. Okay? And I don't even, and people ask, well, why you don't talk about Bill Cosby? Because Bill Cosby not messing around with kids. Okay? Not that I'm aware of. Bill Cosby, from what I'm not aware of, Bill Cosby ain't messing with kids. I ain't putting Bill out there. I ain't putting him out there like that, but whew. And I'm not condoning what Bill did. But this man right here, nope. This man is a disease in the black community. Don't be telling me he a black man. This ain't no man. This ain't no man. Not even.